All right, all right. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and here for today's Cricut chat. Also want to talk about the release that's coming out today, the mystery box, the White as Snow mystery box. And so I don't want to waste a whole lot of time getting started on this, because we're going to talk about resizing box cards and all about box cards and everything. And also this mystery box. And so I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but got a lot to cover. So good morning to everyone. Hi, Leilani. Hi, Dawn. And Rosalind. Hi. How are you all? Nice to see you, Lori, Joe, and Sherry. Nice to see you. Hey, that does not mean you do that. Okay. Good morning, Bren, and April. So first of all, the big news is that there is a mystery box coming out. It has, as of a few minutes ago, it has not released. It's called the White as Snow mystery box, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of it so that if you decide you want to get it, it will be launching sometime today, so I don't know what time. They don't tell us what time, but they do tell us what's in there, so you can decide ahead of time if you want to try to chase it. I do know that there aren't a lot of these, so if you really, really want this one, then you gotta kind of be sitting by your computer, I guess, or getting ready to order it or whatever. So, okay, let me just show you what's in the box. And then, then we'll work on box cards. So here's the mystery box. It's called the White as Snow mystery box. And the big thing that's in here is, or the reason they call it the White as Snow, is this adorable white Cricut Cutie. I've never seen a white Cricut Cutie before, so this is a new one from me. And here he is in all of his little glory, and we were talking about red, white, and blue, so I'm going to have to pair him with my red and my other cobalt Cutie. The one I'm giving away one, but I have another one, so this is an extra one. Okay. Thank you for logging in with my link. So here's the Cricut Cutie, but in addition to that, you will get a 10-pack of everyday, it's called Everyday Collection 10-pack of pens. There's 3 silvers, 3 gold, and 4 that are black, that are 0.4. I use these pens all the time, and they're really good to have around, especially if you have a dog that chews them up like mine. And then that's the only way I end up throwing out a pen is if my dog chews it up. You also get a 2-pack of these fine point blades. Now these are labeled as Explore blades, but they will work in the maker. These are not the premium German carbide blades that are like $12.99 a piece, but they are still good blades. They're not like the cheapo blades. And what is my dog chewing on? All right, so hey, come here. All right, so there's 2 blades in there, and they will work on the maker. Then you got a scraper spatula combo in lilac, so pretty. And then 2 packs of paper from Martha Stewart. One is called Wedding Cake, and really, from what I can tell, it's just white cardstock, that nice Cricut white cardstock, which has been out of stock for a really long time. There's 20 sheets in there. And then there's this one called Mixed Materials Ivory Lace, and it contains ivory colored paper, white colored paper. Well, it's not colored paper, right? White paper. And then acetate. So you get 6 of each. Okay, so you get the acetate, which, by the way, might not look really good here only because it has a film on it. I can actually see the film, so make sure you remove the film before cutting it, okay? So that is called Ivory Lace, and then there's Wedding Cake, and then of course the rolls. So there are 4 rolls. 2 of them, let's see, 2 of them are iron-on. This one here is called Glitter Iron-On Mesh, and this one is iron-on Mosaic in white. So let's just look real quick at what that is. It's like a square. This is the Mosaic. It's square. So they show it here in the picture. This is what how you'd use it, although the picture shows it in black. But you would use it on like something like that, and it would give kind of a grid look. And then we've got the glitter iron-on mesh in white, although I have to say it looks kind of silvery. And so it's that one with the holes, and this is great for layering. And I think next week we'll be doing glitter iron-on mesh on paper, not just glitter. I'm going to do any mesh on paper because I think it would look really cool on paper. So we'll probably use this for that. And this is a 19-inch roll, and then this one is a 24-inch roll. And then there's a roll of this window cling in frosted. Remember we did window cling not too long ago. This is 48 inches and it's frosted. I've used the frosted on my window. I mentioned that last night. I've used it on my window in the kitchen, and it really does a great job of sort of taming some of the light while still letting it in. So it is a really good product, but you notice that they show it on like mirrors and windows. That's kind of what you could do. You could also do window cling snowflakes and have them for every year, because remember, window cling is reusable, and you can take them off and put them away for the next year. And then the final thing is this. It's called Premium Vinyl Metallic Mosaic in I can't say it. Silver circles. Here we go. So this is what it is. This 48 inches, and it is silver circles. I have to think hard about this because I'm not really sure how I would use this. Maybe you all have some good ideas on that. So anyway, so 2 packs of paper, 4 rolls of product, the spatula with the scraper, the pens, the double blades, and the Cricut Cutie, okay? Right? So this is called the White as Snow mystery box, and I would appreciate it if you use my link, and it will be in the description. I've also posted it on YouTube and on the Miss Rita to the Rescue page. It's not yet available, but it will be available sometime today. It's pretty limited. Remember that you need to be an Access member because it has a Cutie in it. So the cost of this is $49.99, but because you're an Access member, you'll get at least 10% off. If you're a Access Premium member, then you would get 20% off, okay? My code, which is Miss Rita 10, is not going to work on the mystery box, but would work on other things if you happen to be purchasing other things. And there are sale items this week, 30% off on a lot of products. So if you wanted to to get that. My dog is attacking something. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm sorry, Teresa. It is right now only in Canada and the U.S. And so there is that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about box cards, okay? So I guess for me, I would say the undisputed champion of box cards for the Alexandra. So mystery boxes, you have to be an Access member for this kind of mystery box, and you would use the link that would be on my page. And I did post it last night, but it's not yet available. It will be available sometime today, and as soon as I get as soon as I get acknowledgement that it is launched, I will tell you. I am curious. Hold on just a second. What are you doing? Stop. Whatever you're doing. Leave that alone. Leave it alone. Sorry, guys. Okay, Benji was chewing on a box. Okay, so, all right, so it's not yet available, but it will be soon. Okay, so let's talk about box cards. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think the undisputed leader in box cards is Laurie Whitlock. And way back a few years, she created a cartridge. Actually, she has 2 cartridges, what they call them image sets now. But she created a cartridge that was all box cards, okay? And the box cards are basic. So this is going to be a basic, like, learning about how to put box cards together. But what I want to show you is that there is an incredible selection of box cards, not just on Laurie's site, but also from other people. And she's really taken the idea of a box card, what is a box card? It's just a card that looks like a box when it's opened up, right? And it has these little inserts in here, but can still be folded flat so that you can mail it. So here I made 3 today so I can show you what they are, but you can fold them up like this. They fit into a 5x7. Yes, the card extravaganza. They fit into a 5x7 envelope, and then they pop out, and there's all kinds of different things. Like this one here has a little banner in the back, ice cream cone, and everything. This one I did this morning is like a nice get well one. And this one says, thanks a bunch. Now you can also not do the cutout here, and you could try your hand at a number of different things. But again, these are the basics, okay? So let me show you where to find them. And then we'll also look at Laurie's site so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? So to find these cards, I'm just going to hide this one. To find these cards, you're going to go to Image. All right, we're going to go to All Images right up here, All Images, and we're going to choose Image Sets, okay? So under Image Sets, unfortunately, Laurie's name isn't associated with these 2 image sets, so you just have to take my word for it. It's called All Occasion Box Cards, so I'll put in the word box, and here it is, All Occasion Box Cards. There's 30 different cards to make, and they have everything you could imagine. It's a boy, and it's a girl, and a just because, and a congratulations, miss you, just for you, happy anniversary, graduation, thank you, birthday. There's the get well one, and they actually come in 2 sizes. They have this one here, which is more of a elongated one, but this is the type that we're going to do today. So let me just pick one of them, and I'm going to bring it into my Design Space canvas. Now you'll see it comes with an envelope, and as I mentioned, the way that I resize these, it fits into a 5x7. But when it comes in like this, it is not the right size. Do not try to cut it from this original. It will be very, very small. Okay, so what you need to do is ungroup it. And whether or not you want the envelope is kind of up to you. I don't. So I'm going to then take all the little pieces, and I am going to put it on top of each other. I'm kind of piling them all on top of each other. This will make sense to you in a minute. Let me get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've basically piled them all on top. So meaning that this piece, which is the main piece, is going to be the largest piece. by not having things here and here, including the envelope, I can get a more accurate representation of how to size this card. Otherwise, it is still very small, a width of 5 inches by 3 inches. This would be tiny if you cut it out without resizing, okay? So I'm recommending that you put everything sort of piled on top of each other. You can even group it like this, and then you can resize. The way that I've been resizing these is I've just done the width. So I have done 11.5 inches, which is the maximum that you can actually cut out a box card on, well, I won't say maximum you can cut out on the Explorer or the Maker, but if you wanted to cut it out even bigger, you could use a 12 by 24 inch mat. But this 11.5 inch size yields this card, which is about, it's sized so that it's 5 by 7. Okay. So I did all of these, and these would all go into a 5 by 7 inch envelope. See? And you just fold it up and put it in the envelope, okay? So definitely resize these files, okay? Now, this is different than if you purchased from Laurie Whitlock, and let's just go over there real quick. So if you've ever seen Laurie Whitlock, maybe you've not, and her website is called shop.lauriewhitlock.com. That's where I am here, right here. She has oodles of files. She sells SVGs, and she generally sells them one at a time, although she does do some bundles and things like a kit of the month and a Friday bundle type of thing. But generally she sells these cards or files, I should say, individually. And she has a ton of spring ones. I don't know why, but I'm just like always drawn to her site, especially in the spring, because she has a lot of like Easter and springy stuff. And remember, Laurie is the woman from Echo Park who works with the Echo Park Paper Company. And so there is that. She also has a number of other designers that are on this site. So you might end up with something from a different like Doodlebug or Colette Hall or Pebbles in My Pocket, but generally speaking, most of these files, and there are a lot of them, are designed by Laurie. So if you get here and you get a little overwhelmed, use the left-hand navigation and choose cards and layouts, okay? And then from there, you have to choose cards again, and then you will see all the different kinds of cards that she has. So we're just doing box cards today. So let's click on box cards, and you will see that she actually comes up with a number of different types of box cards, and not so boxy. But if you were to go and look at, say, her older ones, they look a lot more like the ones we're looking at today, okay? Like the ones where, let's just go there. There you go. So these are box cards that are designed from Laurie, and so you can see that there's a lot of resemblance to these. Once you get the basics of box cards, you're golden. You can go anywhere you like, and you can start creating different things such as, oh, look at this. It's a scale that there's apples on. I made those for my girlfriends when we did a show at Brooksby Farm. And then like things like shaped cards, lemonade, 6-pack bottles that would be great for dad, I guess, a golf carts, and these are all box cards, and she has everything and anything in all kinds of holidays or occasions. Look at, there's a toaster, there's an ice cream truck, a pizza truck, and look at this adorable pickup truck with the fall. You will basically fall down a rabbit hole, and so there you go, you know, in terms of different things to put together. And I use the Echo Park paper to sort of resemble that, but I tend to use these box cards. I do have a lot of Lori's cards, and I want to show you this because once you learn this technique, then you can do just about any of them. Okay, so essentially what this is it is one piece. Actually, there's two pieces. Let me just move all this stuff over. These are all just like the extra, you know, the details. But a box card is two pieces. So this is the main piece. This is the one that you size to 11.5. And so you will cut this on your Explorer or your Maker. And there are score lines that go down here on all these places. There's the tab. And then this piece is the insert part. Okay. It has score lines as well. Now, Lori's other projects do not have the insert like this. She only does the insert like this for the cards for Cricut Design Space. I don't know why. Anyway, so then you also have this place where you can cut out in whatever color you choose. I mean, you could cut it out in solids, or you can cut it out in patterns. I always do patterns, and this is for the flaps, and this is for the outside of the box, these three, and this one is for the inside of the box, you see? So that's inside, and there are the flaps, the three flaps, and then here are the side pieces. There's nothing on the back, okay? And so I guess that's where you write, you know, who made it and all of that stuff. And then what you do is you cut everything out. Now, there are a lot of little pieces to this. And if you decide you want to, you know, embellish by adding more or take some away, that's fine. Do whatever you want. We can do whatever we want. You can even change out the pieces that are cut out for the sentiment, and do something like a little text or maybe even a print then cut. That would be fun too. So what I would suggest you do is you cut out all of them and sort of make a little pile. And then when you're ready to put them together, you can put them together. So that's what I'm going to show you what to do. And by the way, I did use my single scoring wheel for these because there's a lot of scoring. But remember, you can also use your scoring stylus if you want to, or if you have an Explorer, okay? I see some people asking about paper, and okay, I don't want to cut into, I'm on a roll. So, okay, well, I'm assuming everybody will help Babs with the question. So, yep, you can do print then cut on these as well. I'm not going to show you that today, okay? I just want to keep to the basics, all right? And let us, I'm going to put together 3 of these. So let's start with this one. This one is the ice cream one. And I didn't go like crazy on using different color papers on this one. That's why I want to start with it so you can see how I'm doing it. Okay, so here's that insert piece, and here is, all of these are just little pieces extra. And then here is the main piece. So you see it's one large piece, and there is scoring right here to make the box, and then the scoring over here on 3 of these flaps, not the last one, because that becomes our back. Okay, so we're just going to score, and I score both ways. So I'm just going to score it both ways, so that I have a nice crisp line. Move over, okay? So I have a nice crisp line, and if you want, you can use something like this to create a nice crisp score line. It's up to you. I like a nice crisp score line for my box cards because I like them to be able to fold up nice, and I can mail them to, you know, my mother or my aunt or whatever. So, and then don't forget to score this piece, that's your tab. But before you go putting it together, turn it over so you can see, and it's very hard to see on this white, but there is a score line that goes across here on only 3, not 4. So we're going to score those. Those are the flaps of the box. Not the 4th one, just those 3, and you can do the same thing where you can fold them over so it's nice and tightly scored, okay? We're not going to put this together just yet because I want to talk about or I want to show you how I put them together, which is I like to decorate everything before I put it together. But if you wanted to, you could fold this right here and decorate like this. That's up to you. Like this, we're putting the glue on that tab, okay? And so now it's in half. But you'll notice that I am doing this on a flat surface. You got to do it on a flat surface because you really want for this thing to fold so that it can go inside an envelope, because that's what basically a box card is, okay? So I have folded and put... I'm having trouble. Why am I having trouble? Okay, sorry. All right, so here is my box card all folded up and then halved. And then we're going to take these flaps, just those 3, down. Okay, so there is your basic box for your box card. Then I would suggest that you start to decorate it by using cutouts. I use this little heart thing for this one. Now, what I will point out about this one is that it has these 2 holes right here. 1, 2. So you're not going to put glue up here. And in fact, if you don't want to put this in right away, that's okay, because that is for a little banner that we're going to put in there, okay? But we can take these pieces and start placing them on the box. So here we go. And I know this it's kind of bland, this one, but I would have picked, like a couple of different colors, but I was sort of like, well, I'm going to do something that's really kind of basic first, and then we'll come back and jazz them up. All right. So these little pieces go on the outside of the 3 sides. All right. And then those flaps go here on the outside of the flaps. Don't put them here, put them on the top, because we want that our finished product is open like this. So then we're going to take our cards I should say our panels, and put them on there. So these are the flap panels, and I call those the box panels, but I don't know if they have an official name. I'm just going to call them that. Okay, so we're putting some glue on there to sort of, get rid of some of the extra pieces that we have, and then also to see how it's starting to take shape. Okay, and so here we go. Now the next big element, so there's 2 elements that are big about a box card. The next big element is the inserts, right? And so here's your box, and then what you're going to put in there are these inserts. It's actually one piece of insert that gets folded, and then it gets glued in very specific places so that it attaches to the inside of the box, so you can still get that movement. Okay, and so here is our insert piece. Now, this, I have to tell you, way back in the day, my friend Katie and I were stumped on this piece. For the longest time, we could not figure it out, but we did. We eventually did figure it out, and yay, hooray, we were able to make our box cards. But the first thing you want to do is you want to have a look at where your scoring happens. So here is the whole the whole piece. You'll notice that this is taller than this, okay? And so this is going to be the front of the box, okay? So it's actually going to lay right here on the inside of the box, okay? So keep that in mind. Then it's going to go to the side where it's going to get glued. Then you're going to fold at that score line, and this becomes the back, okay? This is the back of your piece, and then it gets glued here, and then this is the last part. It gets glued here. So you're going to put glue here, here, in the front, and then over here. That's how it works, okay? But when you're putting the insert together, what you have to imagine is that this is going to be front facing and this is going to be front facing, but this is back facing. So we're going to have to decorate it with our hearts on the other side, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So we have an ice cream cone. I hope I have all my pieces. Jeepers. We've got an ice cream cone. And it has 2 scoops of ice cream. And then we have a cherry that has adorable, like, little cherry, this cherry piece, whatever, the stem. And that's going to go on there. So let's do that one first. Just going to use a little bit of glue, do the stem first. And hey, you know what I found? One of those pick 'em ups from Silhouette. I had to show you that because it's for when you're dealing with all these little teeny tiny pieces. Okay, so there is the stem, and then so here is the cherry, and this would look absolutely adorable if the cherry was glitter or whatever you want to choose. So I'm not limiting you. Don't limit yourself. Okay, so here's our cherry. Then we'll move to from right to left. And so we're going to put this on the opposite side. So we're going to turn it over, and we've got 2 hearts. Again, would look absolutely adorable in glitter or in a patterned paper, of course. So we're just going to glue those pieces on here. And they overlap. And cut them out in blue. Who cares? I don't care whatever color, because it's your project, so do it whatever way you want it to, but just do it in the correct place. Okay, so there's it's back facing, but the way that it's going to go in, you're going to be able to see it. Okay, then flip it over again. And here's your ice cream cone. I'm seeing that I don't have all of the pieces for the ice cream cone. I don't know if it got stuck somewhere, but I'm not gonna let myself be bothered by that. And so I'm thinking that I would I'm missing the cone part of this, which I'll just go back and cut out. So I'm going to put the red here. Again, glitter would look really fabulous. And then this. So now we're actually done. And if I had the cone, that's where it would go. Okay. So now we're actually done with the insert. So let's get to putting the insert together. Okay. So here's the insert. Again, this is the front. This is the front of the box. All right. And it's going to go like this. I'm going to put glue here, and then it takes a turn. And then I'm going to put glue here, and then I'm going to put glue here. So I'm going to put glue on the front, these 2 sides on the left, and then this side on the right. Okay. This will work out if you follow along precisely. Now, as I mentioned, Lori's box cards that she sells on her website are a little bit different than this. Okay. And so it's actually a little easier. It doesn't deal with that sort of backward facing piece, but it's actually usually three different pieces. Okay, so now we're going to put this in. This is going to go in the front all the way down here so that it lines up until you cannot see it. All you see is the cherry. And then we're going to take this this piece and attach it to the left-hand side. Then we're going to take this piece and find that spot where it's supposed to go. This piece goes also on the left-hand side. And I would not press down just yet, because what I usually do is as soon as I got that in there, I start folding it, because I want for the piece inside to naturally be able to fold, okay? All right, so now we've got our insert all in place. This is what it should look like. It kind of looks like a Z, all right? And let's do the last piece here, and that has this little tiny banner, okay? So it cuts out real small. This is, I think this is called hemp cord. It is thinner than baker's twine, okay? You could also use like a thicker, like a floss, and then you would take the twine or whatever it is, the hemp cord, and you would start to run them through these banners. I've got glue all over my fingers, but I'm going to try this anyway. So you would, there are two spots. So you go in through the front, go around back, make sure that the, come on, there we go. And this part is a little frustrating, so maybe you don't want to choose this one as your first one, and if that is something. But if you like details, this is a fun detail. Okay, so I'm putting it. See, I'm taking this teeny tiny little banner and putting my hemp cord. I suppose I could put tape on that cord, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put it through, and of course I put it through the wrong way. Nice, Rita. Did I put it through the wrong way? Yeah, I did. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to put these through, and I'm not gonna waste a lot of time because I want to show you the other two. But then you would then take all three. You'll do it because you'll have time, right? And then you'll take all three and then thread it through here. You see where these little holes are. So you're basically creating a banner. And then when you get done with that, you're going to take your piece and put it in the back, glue it in the back. So you'll be gluing that banner in to the back piece. I should have not done a banner back one, but anyway, so this is actually a completed box card. And if you want to, I have never found these to be really awesome, but this is the little sentiment, I guess, or the little saying, and some of them say get well and you know, good luck and stuff. This one just says sweet, and you can put it here or you could put it anywhere you want to. And yes, could you embellish it? Absolutely, you could embellish it to whatever way you want. If you don't think there's enough stuff in there, then add more. You know, it's fine. It's fine to add more. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Okay. So there is that one. Let's put together the next one, which I apologize for not doing that banner one, but let's do this one. This one is a get well one. I used a lot of really fun colors on this. So you don't need to cut out the piece in white. You can cut it out in whatever color you want. And in this case, I love this green color. It's like an aqua color. So I am going to first start folding for the box like this. And then I won't forget this tab. And then I will come back and do the side pieces, okay? And the flaps, I should say, the box flaps. Okay, and I'm going to fold it the other way because I like it to be a very movement sort of oriented thing. Now, box cards have a super wow factor. And once you get the hang of it, you're going to be hooked because it really is kind of a fun thing to make these. And people are always like excited to see a box card. And in fact, you can go on Etsy and buy these like pre-made box cards, like to your specific interests. Say you have somebody's celebrating a retirement or a birthday or something like that. But now you are doing, now that you're doing it on your own, you don't have to spend the $15 or $20. And believe me, that's how much they are. You don't have to do that. You can make it yourself. And that's the cool thing. All right. So I put this box together and you see the tops are a little different. This one has a scalloped edge. Okay. And I'm going to take the pieces, and in this case, I cut out this polka dot for the actual flaps and the back like this. Now, the reason why I did that is because I wanted something that was multi-directional because it cuts out together. And when I did it for this card, I actually had to recut it because it was like a one direction. That makes sense. And it looked kind of funny with upside down envelopes when you're done. So you kind of have to think in terms of, how it's going to look, where it's going to be placed. But you can play around with it a lot. This happens to be from Echo Park in Easter. I think it's Happy Easter that I got this one from, which I really, really love the Easter stuff from Echo Park. Just love it. Okay. So I'm putting the flaps on. Which one here's the flap that I didn't do. So I'm putting these flaps on. And then I cut out a different color for the box panels. I cut out this, a different pattern actually. Okay. And all I did was just make sure that it matched. This is actually, let me turn it. Okay, here we go. Oops, little piece that's kind of jagged. Okay. And you'll do better than I am because I'm rushing to try to show you how easy these are. They really are easy once you get the hang of it and you can kind of sort of conceptualize it in your brain. All right. So there's our box all ready, except for this back flap, which we'll do. All right. Okay. So there's the box, and it's awful cute, isn't it? Doesn't have a bottom, but there's the box. So let's take on the insert. So the insert is 3 different flowers. Remember, this is the tall flower, so that's going to be in the back. And the shortest one is going to be in the front. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold at all of these score lines, okay? So that's what we're doing, folding at all the score lines. These ones look a little more prominent, okay? So okay. Now I do want to mention, because I didn't at the very beginning, that these box cards that we found in Design Space, you will have to pay for. I don't know what the cost is because I bought these a long time ago, but you can buy them individually. So you can look through and just buy one. It's probably just like 99 cents or something like that for one. I'm pretty sure that that's how it goes. Okay, so then we're going to start doing the inserts, or decorating for the inserts. So we've got 3 flowers and 3 stalks, okay? Now this is the one for the back, and it's going to match up with the stalks, remember? And then this one is for the front. But remember, our middle piece, we're going to flip over, right? And this one goes here, okay? So let's do the left and right pieces first. I don't know why I have these little cuts there, but okay. All right. Oh, yesterday I recut that insert card that we did the sentiment on the inside because it was driving me nuts. I couldn't believe I cut it out wrong. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'll share a picture later on. So here are the two stalks like this, and to my knowledge, all these flowers are the same size, but maybe not. Yeah, they're all the same size. It's just the stalk length that's different. So let's choose this one for the front and this one for the back, and we'll save the pink one for the middle piece. I'm just putting the glue on there and pressing it down. Trash man just came, or the trash truck. Okay, and putting that down, and there are these little dots for the middle. Again, you can do whatever you want. This is your project, so if you want to cut the dots out and glitter, do that. Heck, go ahead. If you want to, put some ink on there, do whatever you want. This is your project, and it's your creativity, not mine. Okay, I'm flipping it over. I'm putting this on this side. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Again, if you have an extra minute today, go over to Etsy and just type in box card. Don't type in box card SVG, but just box card. You will see that there are people that make these box cards for a living, or I guess as a side hustle or whatever, and they do a fabulous job, but they're really expensive, and now you can avoid doing that, and you can create them yourself. Okay, so here's our insert. The middle one is on the other side of the two. Remember, this is going to go in this way. This is the front. It's going to sit down onto the very edge of the top of the box. And then it's going to fold, take a turn, fold. Here is going to be on the right side of the box, and then here is the last piece that's going to get on the left side of the box. Okay, so let's put some glue in there, on there I should say. So there's the front, and I'm going to be gluing these two pieces and this piece. Okay, and in one sort of swoop, we're going to put this insert in there. This lays on the front. Okay, and then this one goes to the left, and the back one gets attached as well. And so we're going to, before we actually press down on that, we're going to make sure that it folds, because that's the cool thing about these things. We want them to fold and be able to go into an envelope. Even if you never send it, it's the whole idea of it. When you show somebody, they'll be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, look at it. It moves, right? And it's foldable. And I'll be honest with you, what I've done is I have made, like, especially Laurie's things, her box cards, like Easter or Christmas. She has a lot of really great Easter ones. And then I put them away, and then the following year I take them out and they're little decorations. I've used some on the Easter table, like as like place name holders, or just as little decorations. I've sent this when my aunt was ailing in the hospital. I've sent her one, and they all adore it. So there is our box card. And if you want, you can put this get well if that's what this is for, but you don't have to. You can make up your own little thing, whatever you want. I'll just put this one on just so you can see it. And by the way, if you want to, you could always get our old friend these little dots and sort of poke them out and use them on the back to give it a little extra oomph. But to be honest, it's pretty oomphy. it's a pretty wow factor gift, and I think it's like a little gift, honestly. I mean, when people get to be a certain age, it's like gifts. You're gonna buy them a gift, it's just like maybe a little thing like a mug or something like that, but who buys giant gifts for anybody? But my aunt always got the biggest kick out of my cards, and so there you go. She loved these. Love these. Okay, and then the last one, I hope I'm not beating a dead horse here, but this one here is a thanks a bunch one. So I want to show you how I did it. I did this one in ivory, and I'm just going to fold it again. Remember, so we're going to fold it, and don't forget that tab on the end. All right. I don't think yeah, here we go. And make sure that it's really good and, folded on both ways, going both ways, so that you have a lot of movement there. And then there are the flaps. Okay. 3 flaps. Okay, so Lenora is asking how can she search to find these cards. So I will put this together and talk at the same time, okay? I can do that. So you can find these cards in Design Space under the image set called All Occasion Box Cards, okay? So this is called a box card, and they call it a box card because you can fold it and mail it, and then when you're ready to present it, it opens up. It opens up to be almost like a bouquet of a box type of thing. They call it a box card or a bouquet card type of thing. And so in Design Space called All Occasion Box Cards. But once you have to pay for those in Design Space. You do have to pay for those in Design Space because they were done by a designer. Her name is Laurie Whitlock. Laurie also has hi Deborah. Laurie also has, I'm having a problem with this. Maybe I can't talk and put this stuff together. Oh, well. Yeah, because I didn't fold this on the right edge. Okay, so Laurie also has a website. It is shop.LaurieWhitlock, LORIWHIT, LaurieWhitlock.com. She has a gazillion of these cards. To find them on her website, you're going to use the left-hand navigation and choose cards, and then sort of drill down until you get to the box cards, or you can search on her site for box cards, okay? But the search, I don't think her search engine works that great. So, or you end up with like way too many things in the search engine. Okay, so that is where you can find them. And one of the things that I will note is that box cards can be anything but boxy. I mean, these ones that I'm showing you now, these are the basics, but there are some that really just go over the top. And I think for 3D Friday, we'll do one of Lori's special cards that's it's sort of an offshoot of a box card. So we'll do that. And if I pick it out ahead of time, I will make sure I give you the link for it, okay? And so here we go. We're just putting the edges on the panels, and then we're going to take these flaps, which you'll see I have them cut out in several different colors. First, I cut them out here in this, and it's upside down, and then I cut them right side up, and then I just cut them out in this blue paper. So I think I'll just do this one in blue. And remember, folks, you get to choose what you want to do. You get to choose what you want to put in there. And if you don't want to put a certain thing on there, you want to make it birthday and it's showing as a thinking of you, do it. Do it. But understand the basics, which is you put the box together. This is what I'm doing. And then you take the insert and you fold it at all of the score lines. This one's really cute because it has like a little mason jar, okay? So you fold it at all of the score lines. So this is the back because it's the tallest, all right? And here are the other scores. They're sometimes a little hard to see. And I use my scoring wheel. So there. Here. Okay, so we're going to fold it the other way just to get a nice crisp fold on it. And here we go. This is going to be the front. It's going to sit in the front of the box. And this is going to be in the back. And then this one you see is backwards, okay? So we're going to take and make our little bouquets of flowers. There's actually 2 pieces of the greenery, and you want to make sure that this matches up. I think I have it going the wrong way. I do. And we're going to match it up to the cutout like this. This one's a little bit of an optical illusion because the middle insert is a mason jar, and the back is also a mason jar, so it kind of gives it depth. And here we go. And then the flowers go on. They're just these white pieces followed by the pink on top. I've made this in a burgundy for the fall. It looked so grand. It looked really grand. I'm trying to remember if I used Cricut paper. I used this really interesting, like a honeycomb. I still remember it, and I must have made it like 3 years ago. I mean, it really just had that kind of a impact, the way it looked. But I figured since it's spring, getting to spring, then we could use spring colors for this one. All right. All right. So when we're done today, remember that I'm going to move. I tape these shows, and if you want to see any of this on a replay, you can do that. Also remember that if you want that white as snow mystery box, unfortunately, the only thing you can do to get it is you just have to kind of be online, and I will announce it. And what else? What else do we got going on? I think that's it. We're going to continue on with our card festival, our card making festival. I'm trying to think what we're going to do tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Rita, what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, we're doing pop-up cards tomorrow. And these are pop-up cards that are in Design Space. And they're really fun. We're going to do a couple of them. there's quite a few actually pop-up cards, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. Wait, are we doing pop-up card? Oh no, I'm gonna do a trifold card. We're gonna do the carousel one that everybody really likes. So okay, there's that. We're doing the carousel one in first, and then we'll do the pop-up cards the next day. So today is what? Tuesday. So we're going to do Wednesday. We'll do that carousel trifold card. And there's actually a couple of those in Design Space. I'm going to show you where to find them. And then, there it is. Then we'll do the pop-ups. There it is. We'll do the pop-ups on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll round out the week with, I think we're going to do a Lori Whitlock special 3D card. But I'm still deciding which one we're going to do. But when we decide, I will let you know what it will be. And then we'll be done with week 1 of the card making. And I think we're going to have to go further with it. All right. And so there you go. All right. So I'm almost done here. And again, I'm sort of rushing. And so you're going to do it better because you're not going to rush through the whole process. But here we go. Here is the strip. Remember, the middle one is decorated on the opposite side, but this is the tall one that's going to go in the back, and this one is the front one. It's going to go in the front. So it's going to be glued here, and then here, then here, then here. Okay? So take your glue, and I would recommend that you do the gluing. You put all the glue on ahead of time. I have tried in the past to do it where I'm like trying to finagle, and it just never worked out for me. Okay, so then we're going to just sort of place it in here. Try not to get the glue on the box. This front one, see how it goes down to the edge of the card, and then this side one goes over here with this one. Now this one is the last one to place, and that's when you just do the folding to make sure that it makes itself, it like puts itself in its own place, if that makes any sense. And there you go. There it is. And I think this one has like a thanks a bunch. Yep, here it is. Thanks a bunch, which you can do there. To be honest, these are great cards, but they are basic, and I don't really care for the for these cutout type of things. So I often will replace them. But if you are looking for, if you feel like you've mastered these cards and you want to do something a little bit more, I don't know, like challenging, the other person that I would suggest that you check out is Mary at SVG Cuts. Now, she has some pretty challenging box cards, very detailed. I mean, teeny tiny pieces detailed. So I'm going to just show you that. So there's our third card, and we just put together 3 box cards. Isn't that awesome? All right, so let me just go back and show you what we're dealing with here. Again, these ones here are in Design Space. They're not free, but you can find them in Design Space if you go to images and you go to image sets right here, and you type in the word box, B-O-X, and you'll see them down here as all occasion box cards, okay? And there's like 30 different ones to choose from. There's a lot to choose from, and you can see you can put your little spin on it and make it your own if you want to, okay? And then if you're feeling like, hey, I got this, head on over to shop.loriwhitlock.com and check out her amazing, abundant cards. Here's one that it is a St. Patrick's Day bundle. There's 3 box cards. And if you want to look at all the box cards she has, use the left-hand navigation and choose cards. And choose cards again. And then you will see box cards. And she literally has like hundreds of just box cards, and she's forever adding to her collection. And then the third place that I would say, if you're feeling like, all right, I got this, I want to do even more, Rita, go to svgcuts.com. And these are paid files, okay? But if you go on, this is Mary at SVG Cuts, and down here on her right-hand navigation, you'll see box cards. And I got to show you, some of these are just exquisite and very detailed. We've done the hamburger one. I think she gave away this one last year, so I have that file. She does great Christmas ones. We did this nativity box one, I think. Gingerbread house. All of these. We did these. Remember, we did these cactus ones. And then this one here, which I just love. It's the forsythia in a little pail, like a milk jar. And I just love that. So that is SVG Cuts. And so really you will find these everywhere in all different kinds. Now these are more challenging, so definitely go and try the simple ones first before you go and buy all these files. These actually are really, these are good ones to start with if you want to do a Mary one. She has this one, which has a beautiful, like festive, like almost like 4th of July house, which I like. And it has this really adorable, what's it called? Carnival. Love this. It makes a great birthday card. All right, everyone. That is it for today. Hope I didn't take up too much time. And I hope you learned something today about box cards. And we'll continue on tomorrow. And doing, as I said, we're going to do that tri-fold carousel card. And I will come back to make sure that you know when that mystery box goes live. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye.